What's going on, guys? Midway Piper back with you today. Been a little while since I did a video. It's had a, as you can hear with my voice, had a pretty rough couple of days. Allergies or sinuses or who the heck knows, but my throat's been pretty irritated for the last several days, so I haven't been wanting to make a video. Or this is the first pipe I've had in probably about a week now. So I guess last Saturday, last weekend, but just wanted to make a video as a thank you to everyone. I noticed just the other day, Carolina Rose actually posted a comment that I was nearing the 100 mark for subscribers, and now I've just gone ahead and crossed over that. I think I was at 109 last time I checked, so thank you all very much. Today's a little bit of a nostalgic smoke, just for hitting that benchmark. I've been thinking about this for a couple days, so what I'm smoking today, this is a Mark Tinsky straight apple pipe, and this was limited release associated with the Pipe Cottage. So I've never really talked about what really got my interest in smoking pipes, but pretty much the thing that got me interested in the first place, there's a little Tinsky symbol there, was watching the Pipe Cottage videos. I'm interested in history, and that's how I found out about Pipe Cottage and Alan Harrelson. And they're watching his videos, and it piqued my interest in pipes. And here I am today. So this is still this is a tribute pipe to that. And then what I'm smoking in it today is this is the first tobacco I ever tried, and something tells me this was probably not a great first tobacco. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it, but it's probably not where most people would dream of starting. My first tobacco was Peterson's Mixture 965, which is kind of ironic because I'm getting myself back into Latakias, and this one's got Latakia for sure in it. But I ordered a tin of this and a cheap no-name pipe, and that's what I started with. So this is just kind of a nostalgic smoke today. Still using that cool new lighter. Still working really well. And I even brought out my fancy tamper today. It's a little pick in there. So I normally don't see it in most of my videos. I normally just have my my little deer antler tamper that I made. That's normally what I use, but I figured I'd break out something a little fancier for the Tinsky pipe today. So just a couple quick shout outs as well. Obviously Pipe Up North. The reason I got into making videos in the first place was a VR. So thank you. And if you don't follow him, do it. Great channel. Obviously Alan Harrelson and the Pipe Cottage. I know there's some divisive thoughts about him in the pipe community, but that's okay. And one other quick channel shout out, because watching this channel and just the casual outside conversations about nothing really, that really struck my interest and got me thinking about wanting to start a channel and do recordings. 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Onion, we miss you. I hope everything's doing well. Looking last night, making sure I didn't get unsubscribed or anything like that. He got a couple videos after the big storm that ripped through, the hurricane that ripped through. I know you had some flooding in the basement, so I hope everything is going well. Hopefully we'll get some videos from you again coming up soon. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, nothing too crazy to talk about today. As you can see behind me, it's a beautiful morning. It's been cooling off lately, which has been nice. It's a nice change. Been dipping below freezing at night lately, so it is November 15th, so it should be starting to cool off. Up here in New York, though, we are still in a bit of a drought, which is just incredibly ironic, I think. It didn't snow that much last winter, but it rained all winter. It rained all spring. We were just so tired of all the rain. And I jokingly said, I don't want to hear anything about, oh, we're in a flood, or we're in a drought because of all the rain we had. And here we are. We're in drought. So go figure that. We haven't had a good solid rain for, it seems like maybe a couple of months at this point. We've had a little drizzle at night once or twice, but that's about it. So we've had red flag warnings, no fire warnings. Outdoor campfires aren't allowed right now. So that's how things are going here. Daylight savings is really messing with a lot of people around here this year. It's very strange. It's getting dark. It's pretty well dark by 4:30 now, which makes making videos getting a little bit more difficult. By the time I get home from work and get settled down for a second and get out here to smoke, it's already getting dark. So we'll see how that continues to go. Yeah, just enjoying watching the all the cabinet positions get filled by Trump right now. It's very interesting. A lot of this may come as a shocker to a lot of people, but there's a lot of red in New York. If you look at election maps and you click on New York, you'll see that the majority of the state is actually red, except for New York City and the Albany area for the most part. Where I am, it's considered Upper Westchester County. It's the same county that New York City is, which is really weird. We're an hour outside of New York City, and as you can tell behind me, there's nothing remotely city-esque about this, but we're still in the same district. So there are a lot of city escapees, shall we call it, who live out here. So there's definitely a lot of blue around here, but there's a lot more red going now. So I run in a couple of different circles with my different jobs, and so I'm surrounded part of my day with a group of pretty left-leaning people, and then the other part of my day is surrounded by pretty right-leaning people. So it's kind of cool to be able to see both sides of that spectrum, how everyone's feeling. So it's been kind of fun to watch that, especially as a lot of these names are picked and come out. Just a couple of the names that have piqued my interest, whether it be for good or not. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. That one has me a little concerned, I'll be honest. I don't know why that happened. I'm just gonna have to trust the decision-making process and go with it. Obviously, my opinion doesn't count for anything at this point, so it is what it is. I'm super excited about the Tulsi Gabbard selection. That's great. She was, when she offered to help Trump with his pre-debate prep against Kamala Harris, the Democratic Party put her on a terrorist watch list. And, all the, she's a Russian plant talk started. So she was getting stopped in airports and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of funny now to know that CIA and FBI and all of them are going to have to report to her. I love the irony in that situation. Most excited about the RFK selection for HHS. That's exciting to me. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I've been a fan of Kennedy from the get-go. I was gonna straight up vote for him if he was still in the running for president, regardless of anything. When he ran as a Democrat, I was gonna vote for him. When he ran as independent, I was gonna vote for him. So I'm glad to see that play out, and I love to see all the fear-mongering that's going on online right now. It makes me very happy. Everyone seems to still be under the impression that that Fauci was God's gift to the country for COVID, even though he had one of the worst COVID responses. Some of the worst COVID outcomes. He's come out and said he actually had no idea what he was doing when he implemented the policies such as masking and social distancing and all that. It was all just sort of made up. And yet people still think Kennedy's the crazy one. So I hope that gets approved. I hope that goes through. There's a lot of talk right now about sort of an anti-Trump sentiment or camp in the Senate, and whether or not they're going to try to get in the way and screw things up. So we'll see. I hope not. I think it's the last vestiges of the old Republican Party, aka Mitch McConnell, trying to hold on to power despite this new reshaping of the Republican Party that Trump is creating. So we'll see what comes of that. We will see. Our new selection for, I don't know, I guess we'll call him Border Czar. It's not really an official position, but whatever. That makes me very happy. If you aren't familiar, if you haven't been following along that closely, you should watch some clips of him. He was the ICE director under Obama and Trump. you should watch some of the interviews with him before the Senate hearings on deportations and family separations and all that kind of stuff. I think it's pretty safe to say that the Democrats are terrified of him. He's put a lot of them in their places, especially AOC, the squad in general. So I'm excited about that pick as well. Rubio's the main one I'm slightly concerned with so far. But the other one that's really piquing interest, terrifying many people, and this is the one that I have the biggest, not concerns about, but least likely to get approved by the Senate, is Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. Yeah. He has caused a mess in the Senate for the Republicans. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But he is a bulldog, though. He just he is relentless, and when he decides to go after something, he goes after it. There is the whole not debacle, but concern, the internal report, the behavior probe, whatever it is, about him and a 17-year-old girl, or whatever that was about. I don't know. You know, it's the way that this lawfare thing has been going on against so many people. You know, it's hard to know if any of these complaints are legit, or if it's just political maneuvering to try to knock people off their pedestals. I don't really know. I don't know. The new head of the what do you call it? EPA, Lee Zeldin. I don't know that really anyone is super familiar with him, but for me the name rings a bell because he ran against, he was a Republican nominee to run against our oh so horrible governor, Kathy Hochul. And he came shockingly close. For being a Republican in the state of New York, he came shockingly close. I think he got somewhere in the mid 40 percentage points running against her. So that's huge for a Republican. So, you know, I'm familiar with that name, but, and then I heard last night, I think was the last name of any real consequence to me, was Doug Burgum for the head of the Department of Interior, which is interesting. So he's currently the governor of North Dakota. So that's an interesting pick. He's a little bit more with a tech-esque background, but he has balanced the budget of the state of North Dakota, I do believe. So that's a plus. Oh, man. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to have a video coming out, I don't know, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, on my other channel, Midway Apparel Life, discussing the whole RFK thing a little bit more. Like I said, I've been a supporter of his since the get-go, since his name was thrown in the hat in the ring. So I've got some pretty strong thoughts and opinions about that. It's interesting though, because you know, you have to pardon the name calling for a moment, but a lot of the crunchy granola folks who love Kennedy were all Democrats, and they don't seem to be there anymore. I think a lot of them are starting to really see the light and moving more towards the right. Just want to be left alone. A lot more of the homesteading kind of thing. It's funny to see that that's become a I guess it's always been a conservative thing, but no, it used to be pretty well squared away in the Democratic Party, but it doesn't seem that's the case anymore. So yeah, that's just gone. Nothing but some ash left. This is a very, very big pipe. It's beautifully rusticated. There's the... Oh, it's not going to come out probably. It says Mark Tinsky Pipe Cottage on the bottom. But like I said, this is my first smoke since I've started feeling a little bit better, so I didn't want a huge bowl. I also normally don't smoke in the mornings. I normally don't eat breakfast, so I try to not come out here and smoke on an empty stomach. So, all right, well, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump on and thank you guys, everyone that's subscribed. I'll probably be doing a giveaway at some point in the near future. I just gotta get a couple things together and figure out what that's gonna look like. Yeah, just thank you guys for your support. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, keep it up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.